The offseason kicks off right after the Super Bowl wraps up. As soon as the season wraps up, the spotlight shifts to the draft, and everyone zeroes in on how to build their teams. Teams are already making some serious moves. The Browns pulled off a significant move by parting ways with head coach Kevin Stefanski and bringing in Todd Monken from the Ravens. Many folks seem to have their doubts about that decision, but based on what I've observed, there's a willingness to give him a shot before jumping to conclusions about the hire. The offense is definitely the area that needs focus this offseason. The defense executed nearly perfect football given the challenging circumstances they faced in 2025. The Browns and Tommy Rees's offense struggled to advance the ball, particularly during the first half of the season before Shedeur stepped in. They just couldn't move the chains. They were getting outplayed in the time of possession battle. The numbers might not show a significant improvement for the offense, with Shedeur Sanders taking the snaps in the second half of the season, but watching the games told a different story. If Shedeur had avoided those rookie mistakes, the media would definitely be discussing him as if he were a franchise QB. It's clear that the potential is definitely present, though. That's what counts the most. The ceiling exists. He has definitely earned a second chance heading into this year, and here's to hoping it happens. Clearly, the quarterback stands out as the most crucial role in football. Your focus determines everything. This has been a lingering nightmare for the franchise for decades. Honestly, this offense has some serious issues at its core that need to be addressed before anything else can be tackled. The Browns lack playmakers who can snag the football, and their offensive line isn't providing the necessary protection up front. In this video, I'm diving into the offseason discussion. I'm ready to explore some solid free agent options in depth. I've been dropping mock draft videos every few weeks, no doubt about it. This video will focus primarily on free agency, but I'll also touch on the draft briefly. Before we dive in, I'd love it if you could smash that like button and subscribe. It just takes 5 seconds. And remember, you can always reconsider your choice. Alright, when it comes to free agency, it's clear which positions Todd Monken, Andrew Berry, and the front office should focus on. It's really about identifying who can effectively manage the salary cap to maximize their financial strategy. It's all about the vibe, man. We can't have any more Jerry Jeudy's messing up the locker room atmosphere. Jerry Jeudy is all you need. Let's dive into the first receiver on my radar, Alec Pierce. This is definitely a challenging situation right from the start when it comes to finances. The Browns might not be in a position to make a big move for a top-tier or tier-2 player right now. Their financial situation is tight until next year, when they can finally move on from the Watson contract. They need to focus on bringing in some offensive linemen. That's the key focus at the moment, no doubt about it. If you're the Browns facing this choice, it's all about weighing Carnell Tate against Alec Pierce. Opting for Pierce means you'll need to secure an offensive lineman with that 6th pick. If you choose Carnell Tate, then in free agency, your focus will shift to strengthening the line. In a hypothetical scenario, this could really turn out to be a clever signing. Cleveland's passing game in 2025 was missing one crucial element: vertical intimidation. The offense had a tough time breaking through the opposing secondaries. They let safeties stack the box and completely stifle the run game. That's the reason Quinshon Judkins faced a hit behind the line of scrimmage on over 50% of his carries, which is just a wild stat. Bringing in Alec Pierce would have a direct impact on that weakness. Pierce has steadily emerged as one of the league's top boundary specialists, showcasing impressive efficiency. At times, he found himself in the shadow of other targets in India. His ability to make contested catches and track deep balls truly positions him as a perfect complement to Jerry Jeudy. Look, I get the opinions on Jerry Jeudy, and I'm aware of his struggles last season. But I have to give him some credit. When you're dealing with 3 different quarterbacks like the Browns had last year, it's tough to find any success. With the Browns possibly establishing some stability at quarterback and having a player who can really launch the ball downfield, I'm eager to see how these guys perform. This signing could definitely fly under the radar due to how the market is viewing it. I doubt Alec Pierce will be able to secure a wide receiver 1 salary. He may come with a hefty price tag, but it's evident that his skill set could effectively address the spacing problems the Browns are facing. Just having him on the field can create rushing opportunities and enhance Shedeur's effectiveness in play action. Alright, I can already hear the comments coming in. What makes Alec Pierce a more promising option compared to Carnell Tate's potential? That's a fair point to make. The Browns are bound to screw up their choice, no matter what direction they take. All I'm saying is that Alec Pierce would be an awesome addition. and I wouldn't be upset if Andrew Barry managed to pull that deal off, even if it means grabbing an offensive lineman at 6. I'm really high on Spencer Fano and also Francis Maui Noah, especially if he happens to be available. There's another wide receiver from the lower tier that I want to dive into. When discussing the potential moves for the Browns' O-line in free agency, if they decide against Alec Pierce, or if he's not interested in joining Cleveland, I believe Trey Pipkins III would be a fantastic addition. The Browns are facing the challenge of replacing several starters this season, and they'll need to focus on versatility in free agency. That's where a player like Trey Pipkins could really step in and make a difference. Pipkins has established himself not as a flashy star, but as a reliable and adaptable lineman who fits well into various schemes. He has taken snaps at both tackle spots and shown he can move inside when needed. For the Browns, that would hold significant importance. His time with the Chargers highlights his durability and adaptability in high-volume blocking schemes, proving he can handle pressure effectively. Cleveland doesn't require a roster overhaul with 5 new stars. What they really need are stabilizers. Pipkins is the perfect example of a budget-friendly anchor who can guide younger linemen while also delivering solid performance in pass protection right away. For a young quarterback like Shedeur Sanders, who is still finding his footing, that kind of reliability is absolutely invaluable. Shifting our focus back to the receiver position, there might be a Super Bowl champion up for grabs. Rashid Shaheed doesn't get much attention, and his stats from last season were pretty average. With just under 700 receiving yards on 59 receptions, he's truly an electrifying player. His versatile skill set positions him as one of the most overlooked assets in the game today. As a receiver, he excels with design touches such as jet sweeps, screens, and vertical slot routes. As a return specialist, he's a game-changing threat who can flip the momentum with just one play. His contributions on special teams could tackle a significant and somewhat overlooked weakness from 2025. Wait, what am I even talking about? It was completely out in the open. The Browns' special teams unit was downright terrible and shameful. Field position plays a crucial role in determining the flow of the game, and Shaheed's ability to return could dramatically influence several outcomes throughout the season. Shifting our focus back to the offensive line, the player that seems to be on everyone's radar is Tyler Linderbaum. The Browns are looking to bring him in as a replacement for Ethan Posich, who is about to enter free agency alongside Wyatt Teller. Linderbaum has emerged as one of the premier centers in the league in recent seasons, particularly shining in run blocking. The Browns have to get in the mix because he's going to be one of the hottest free agents this cycle. Hey, I get it. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns here. It seems like this team is set to struggle again next year, even with one of the easier schedules in the league. When I consider the long-term strategy, I'm feeling optimistic about the direction things are heading since the Watson contract wraps up after this season. The front office realized that this choice set the team back by 5 years. The Haslam acknowledged they took a significant risk that didn't pay off. It's great that they made an effort, but honestly, their ownership is just terrible. It looks like the Bucs are crumbling with Giannis ever since they invested in that franchise. The Haslam should steer clear of sports. They have no clue. Anyway, back to my main point. The Browns are really starting to piece everything together. They've got a wealth of resources in the draft this year. They've got an impressive young core featuring talents like Carson Swessinger, Harold Fannin, Jodkins, and Shedeur. They've got Denzel Ward and the top defensive player in the league, Myles Garrett. The talent is undeniable, and you can bet Andrew Barry is set to bolster it this offseason. This offseason isn't focused on 2026. We're talking about the years 2027 and 2028. That's when everything starts pouring in. That's when the Browns can really make a move and grab the players they desire. That's when they might attempt to replicate what the Seahawks accomplished with Sam Darnold. While I understand this organization would never go that route, what I'm really getting at is that there's hope on the horizon. This team is definitely not going to be a disaster over the next 5 years. It would take quite a few things going sideways for that to happen. I have faith in Shedeur Sanders, but if things don't pan out, the Browns will still have the cap space to bring in another player. It'll be fascinating to see how everything unfolds, but that's all I've got for now. My voice is fading away once more. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, I want to hear what you all think. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on which players the Browns should target in free agency or consider drafting. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you want to see next. Catch you all later.